After covering Brandy's story, hearing her tell it in her own words changed everything for me. Because it adds something we don't always see. The truth behind the moments. Not just success, but what it took to get there. What stood out to me first was how early everything started for her. From growing up in church, being part of a choir, and having her father encourage her gift. Mother always being nurturing and supportive. There was always a sense of purpose, but at the same time, she also talks about being bullied in school. And that contrast is important because while the world would later see confidence, she was also navigating insecurity at a young age. And it tells you something. That strength didn't just appear, it was built. As she started stepping into the industry, those experiences didn't just disappear. From early opportunities to working with groups to trying to find her place. She speaks about moments where things didn't always align with who she was. And you can hear that intentional conflict, wanting to grow, but always protecting herself. As her career continued, she found success as a solo artist, but that came with new challenges. She shares experiences in relationships and moments that tested her emotionally. And after hearing that directly from her, adds a deeper layer to the story we thought we knew. Even creatively, working with producers like Dark Child, there were moments of growth, but also tension. And that shows you something real about the industry. That even in success, there are struggles behind the scenes. But what really stands out is that how she speaks about her life now, her daughter, and how motherhood became one of the most important roles she has ever had to take on. And you can hear the shift and a sense of clarity, a sense of grounding. She also speaks about her family, her love for her brother, and the journey and growth of redemption. And those moments feel honest, not perfect, but real. And that's what makes hearing her story in her own words so important, because it reminds you that behind the music, behind the success, there's a real person. Someone who experienced pressure, growth, challenges, and transformation. And it adds a layer to her story that you don't always see on the surface. And that's what makes this journey feel different, because now it's not just the story we watched. It's the story that she lived. And without giving a lot of details about this book, in case some of you have not copped it to read it or listen to it on audiobook, I don't want to give away all information and stories that she put, because I want you guys to actually purchase the book and read it for yourself. Phases is definitely a good read. And she pours her heart out, and I know that's not easy. You know, to tell your life story to basically strangers. But I definitely want to say that I really enjoyed building this whole era and series for Brandy. She deserves every bit of this. She's a wonderful, great artist. Best harmonies in town. And we want to make sure we give people their flowers while they're living. But definitely reading this book, you really get to know a lot of her truth from her own words. And if you get it on audiobook, you get to hear her voice. She narrates the Phases book, and you just hear her voice and you can feel every word that she's saying, and you get to hear her truth. And I'm so glad she finally is at a place now where she can tell her truth. And I know that feeling probably set her free. So thank you guys for tuning in on this video. Appreciate it. If you have read the book, let me know in the comment section if you purchased it and read it, and what did you take from listening or reading this book. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.